So here on Cleaning the Glass, I actually have a few deals I want to put through. Now, again, this is just one possibility, and a lot of this does have to do with the fact, or not the fact, but the possibility that some guys may not get the proper price they're looking for, i.e., it might be a little bit overshooting the market. And hopefully, the Knicks could come in, swoop in, and make a few deals for some guys that could be valuable for us. That could be also relatively cheap. So one thing I did start with was I tried to eliminate all the contracts that most likely not going to be here. So guys like Frank Nitti, come on, let's be serious. He's outie. Alec Burks may not be here. I doubt we re-sign him. Take him out. Knows a well. Now this one is weird because a guy that I actually want to replace knows a well with you guys. Well, shouldn't he be more expensive? And I'll explain that a little bit. He may be gone. And then who else? So let me start off with this. Reggie Bullock, solid year for the Knicks. Perimeter player. Couldn't post a freaking Trae Young. But overall, solid player for the Knicks. One of our better perimeter defenders on the team. I did have a deal to re-sign Reggie Bullock to a 1 year, $8 million deal. Some people might say, oh, it's crazy. Again, this is a guy that we have some good, I gotta put it, a good relationship with, especially after what happened the first season. So let me re-sign him for 1 year at $8 million. And voila. So right now, yes, the Knicks 112.4 is projected to be the cap for next year. Right now, we're at a 65.7% in total salary. Cap holds obviously to hold the team, and this is gonna change a little bit. Luxury tax, we still have a lot of space for luxury tax and cap space because they take into account the cap holds. So add those two and then compare that to the salary cap. But obviously we have some space to maneuver here. Oh yeah, and Derrick Rose, I'm trust me, we're gonna have a plan for him. He will be resigned in a little bit. Oh, now for Payne, you're out of here. Come on. What are these words? What are we doing here? No offense, over Payne, but you got to go. Julius Randle. Now, yes, we can wait till next year to extend him. I don't want any business regarding the whole so-called max they could get. So I'm going to re-sign Julius Randle to that extension of 116 per. Oh, so excuse me, 116 for four, not per. Hell no, to the no, hell to the. So again, 116 divided by 4, just get that right, 29 million per. And get everybody's favorite postseason player. You guys gotta chill out with Juice Randle, man. Let him breathe, man. He had his first postseason. You guys want to kill this guy already after carrying us to the so-called beginning of the promised land. So yes, 29, and just to smooth it out, hey, I ain't no Brock Owl, I ain't no capologist like that. Just give it all that. We could do front-loaded, back-loaded, but just to simplify things, again, sign to an extension. So right now, again, our luxury tax, we still have some room because we have his bird rights. Cap space, because it takes into account the cap holds. We still have some space to maneuver. So after that, I'm going to, renounce Frank Ntilikina. One guy that we can sign, I'm interested in, Kyle Lowry, as a stopgap. Now, yes, Kyle Lowry is intimated that he wants $50 million for 2 years. How about this? How about this, buddy? I'll give you 40 for 2 years. How's that sound? The Raptors don't love you. Oh, they do love you, but they're not going to resign you. They have their guys in place. Malachi Flynn. They got Fred VanVleet. I don't know why I said it like that. But yes, signing Kyle Lowry to 2 years, $40 million. I know Simeon Russell of MBK will be extremely happy. Suit to MBK. Then another interesting player, Dougie McBuckets. So Doug McDermott, who made about 7.5 million this past season. Dougie McDermott. I'm going to sign Dougie McBuckets to a 2 year, $24 million deal. gets to come back to New York, which I don't think he has any great, there's no like crazy connection besides the fact he played there for a year. Him and Kyle Quint, those backdoor cuts, man, that was beautiful. I'll put 24, excuse me, 12. I'm going the wrong way. So there you go. 20. Oh wait, did I just? Excuse me, I meant to put that 12. Hold up. The beautiful thing about this is that you can undo it. So let's do this again, because I can't freaking read. Dougie McBuckets for 2 years, 12 per. Excuse me. Bada bing, bada boom, whatever. And then you sign Mr. August Alsina, Chris Brown's long lost cousin, in Kelly Oubre for 4 years, $72 million deal. Now, granted, there have been talks that he could be looking for something in the range of 20 million per. But here's the thing that helps us out. His inconsistencies and the fact that no one really knows what he is could definitely dampen his market a little bit, right? And I believe, let me just make sure my calculator, I believe that's 18 mil per. It's 18 times 4. Oh, yes, 18 times 4 is 72. Great. Great use of a college education right there, even though this is freaking elementary. So 18 million per for your boy Kelly Oubre. Sorry for this. My mouse is very weird, so if I move it too fast, it acts a little haywire. Sign him for 4 years, 18 mils per. Knows it well. We already renounced his rights. Derrick Rose is another guy who made about 7 million, a little bit. 7 million. I guess we have to go out. Derrick Rose. Oh no, well, he says here. I'm trying to sign him for this year. What's happening? Oh, you know what? Let me undo me renouncing him, and then let me re-sign him here. Perfecto. Sign him for 2 years, stopgap. Point guard, help develop guys that I'm thinking that the Knicks would draft. Guys like Jared Butler, a guy that I want to move up for, and my son, James Bouknight, who I'm gonna do a video on James Bouknight a little bit, man. I'm gonna talk about James Bouknight. But yes, Derrick Rose signing to a 2-year, $24 million deal. Complete the signing. What is that? Transfer everything. All right. And then one more. Some people may not like this. Now, this guy is playing or is having a relatively solid year, or maybe above solid year for the 76ers. A guy that I think that, again, if Nerlens was looking for a big deal, maybe signs guys 35 years old. He's getting up there in age. He's won his championship already. Maybe he might want to come to the Knicks and help us off the bench. You get his 25 minutes a night, maybe sometimes even 30, because he's an excellent backup. And that's Dwight Howard. And I was thinking, could you sign Dwight Howard to a 2-year, $14 million deal to come to the Knicks? He only made 2.6 this season? Absolutely nothing. Didn't get paid by the Lakers. And this is a guy who's had some maturity issues in the past. So I'm not saying he's going to be an NOB, but 2 years is not the worst of signings. Shorthands, I believe he averaged 8 rebounds this season, 9 points. But again, his defense at the rim is still quasi-elite. The guy has been excellent. If you see him, Trae Young and the Hawks struggling in that last game, trying to play the pick and roll. Dwight Howard was amazing playing drop coverage and then reset, like basically switching on to Trae Young and then holding him. It was beautiful to see even in that first game. They got mollywopped. But Dwight Howard for 2 years at $14 million, I think will be a good signing. And obviously, like I said, guys that I would like to draft, James Bouknight, if you could trade up for him. If you can't, you draft guys like Jared Butler. You draft my original son, Josh Christopher. And another guy who I'm starting to warm up to is Greg Brown from Texas. Power forward, 6'9", about 6 rebounds a game, can score a little bit, can shoot the 3 a little bit, can drive to the basket, can finish. Again, we talk about getting more athleticism in our front court. He'd be excellent for this team. He's had some games where he could play at small 5, 4. Obviously, college is a little bit different. Come to the Knicks, you can't play center like that. at 6'9", unless you're Draymond, and hope he could be that. But let's not give him the lofty expectations just yet. But a guy like Greg Brown, I definitely like a lot. So again, the Knicks will have those players. Obviously, I can't add any draftees to this. So right now, we're at 112.4 million for the salary cap, total salary of 134.7. But he signed a few guys using their bird rights. I believe Kelly Oubre also has his birds rights as well. So if he signs with us, I believe we'll have him. The cap holds at 1.7 million, so we don't really have much space for a bunch of outside guys. Still, luxury tax space is at 1.9. Cap space 23.9. So again, starting lineup will be Kyle Lowry, RJ Barrett, Kelly Oubre, Julius Can't Handle Randle, and Mitchell Robinson coming back. Another guy we have to think about for next year, but at least we have him for this year. Off the bench, you have Obi Toppin. You still have Kevin Knox, who can possibly try to waive. Reggie Bullock signing back on for 1 year, $8 million. You got Luka Vadolza with a non-guaranteed contract. So if he's bum juice, you could just get rid of that contract. Emmanuel quickly. You have Amari Spellman. Are we still paying Amari Spellman? I gotta look into that because I want to get rid of this contract. Holy crap. That's all right. But at least we'll just have him for 1 more year. Mitchell Robinson at 1.8 million. That's a steal. Oh, and Taj Gibson. That's another guy. Definitely looking to re-signing. I'd sign him for 1 year. 4? 3? 4? Maybe that's too much. It's luxury tax space. Now we're paying luxury tax. Let's see. Can we get away with giving Taj 3? Yo, Taj, I ain't, you know what I'm saying, meh. I ain't trying to dish you, meh. But, you know, meh, maybe, meh. You know what I'm saying, meh. Let me see. We're paying 1.1 million on the luxury tax space. Or that's up space, that's not what we're paying. But, damn, son. This tough one. I want to stay away from that luxury tax as much as possible. We'll put it like this. If you have Amari Spellman here, if you waive Amari Spellman, it won't count against cap, would it? Nah. We're still in negative territory. Reggie Bullock made about 4. You know, Reggie, you've been cool and all, bro. I'm gonna resign you to a little bit cheap. You know what I'm saying, man? I'll sign you to 7. Is that cool, boss? Actually, I'll sign you to. Look, man, I'm trying to be cheap, man. Come on, bro. All right. Still have 0.9 million of luxury space. By giving a lesser contract to Reggie Bullock, hopefully he gives us a sweetheart deal and says, you know what, look, you guys been good to me. I'll take the $6 million. But again, this is a lineup of Kyle Lowry, RJ Barrett, Kelly Oubre, Julius Can't Handle Randle, and Mitchell Robinson with Dwight Howard coming off the bench. You got Dougie McBuckets. You have ascending players in IQ. You have Taj Gibson, the Godfather coming back. You have Derrick Rose, a stopgap off the bench. And even that Derrick Rose contract might be a little bit too much. You might be able to lower that a little bit. You still got Luka Vadolza from overseas from Basit. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. Got Luka Vadolza. Again, Emmanuel quickly. Like I said, Reggie Bullock, Obi Toppin. So let me know if this roster is plain ugly, if it's disgusting, or is that something that might be attractive. That might not be so bad if you want to bring on a Kelly Oubre. But again, the guy that I may want to bring on, Zach LaVine next year. But we will see. We will see. Let me know what you think about this roster construction.